Hello and welcome. This is Vince of vinceprep.com and Agos Admissions Consulting. Continuing in a series of videos about video essays. I'll be focusing in this video about visual mistakes. Previous videos I talked about verbal mistakes, what you say, vocal mistakes, how you say it, finally visual mistakes, what you look like as you're saying it. Some of these issues relate to your body and your voice. Other issues relate to technical matters, where you put the camera, how you set up the room, where you shoot the video, etc. So let me get started. And by the way, these, according to the data, are the most important aspects. Fair or not, how you look when you talk is apparently, according to studies by psychologists, more important apparently than what you say or even how you say it. What you look like carries a lot of influence. It's unfair, I think, in some ways. It gives an advantage to people like myself, honestly, who are comfortable speaking in front of a camera. But if you look at my old videos from 2012 compared to my new videos, I hope I've gotten better. You don't have 3 or 4 years for your growth curve, so you've got to make this better as soon as you can, because you need to record these videos in the next few days or weeks or months. So here's some hints or some shortcuts that I hope will give you the best chance to make a good impression. First of all, presence is kind of like body language. You can see my head. There's 30% or 20% of the screen is I'm not I'm not cutting off the top of my head. Also, in some of my earlier videos, I was like way down here. I try to pay attention to how I'm framed in the shot. Physical presence. Don't wear an AGAC t-shirt when you make your videos, and don't have a stain on your t-shirt. Apparently I need to wash this thing. Wear a suit and tie if you're a guy. Wear a business attire. You should look like you're doing a job interview rather than a casual video for friends or some happy birthday mom kind of video. For women, light makeup, minimal jewelry. If you're worried that if you worry that you're showing too much skin, you are. Don't have a low neckline. Guys, trim the beard. I just shaved. You should do the same thing. Also, some of my videos you can see that I record. You don't know. Well, actually, you can see the upload date. If it's in the summertime, Tokyo is incredibly hot and sticky. What I do is I run the air. I just did this now, even though I'm recording this video in the fall. It's a beautiful day, not too hot. It's 26 degrees Celsius right now in my little home studio. If it's hot where you are, run the air conditioner on max, but turn it off when you start recording so that we can't hear the fan. So cool the room down, shoot your 1-minute video, stop, and then turn the AC back on. We don't want to see you sweating. We don't want to feel that if you look uncomfortable, we'll be uncomfortable watching you. Posture I already talked about. Hand gestures. I'm deliberately framing this so you can't see my hands. I've made some videos before. My son, who's 10 now, loves to make fun of me. He watches my videos and gives me critiques. He's like, he told me one time I looked like I was drowning. I was like, my hands they just looked out of control. There was no connection between my hand gestures and my words. He said, he's like, Dad, you look like you're drowning, which made me laugh. Now I basically take my hands out of the picture. If you take the shot so your hands are in it, you want to basically have your hands resting in front of you, like that's kind of home base. And then you're like, there's 3 important things when making a video, or the 3 biggest mistakes are verbal mistakes, vocal mistakes, and visual mistakes, whatever. Emphasizing numbers, emphasizing main points. You can just see my hand there shoot up. I have a, you can probably tell by my name, Vince Ricci. I have some Italian genes, and Italians are famous for talking with our hands, and I certainly have that DNA. So I basically get my hands out of the picture so it doesn't look like too much. It's a cultural thing, but you don't want to be stiff. If you use your hands at all, use them consciously, not unconsciously. Eye contact. I'm doing this on a Mac. There's a little green dot on my just above, next to the camera. There's a green dot. I've learned over the years to speak to the green dot as if it's my best friend. I literally, before I make a video, look at that green dot, and like in my case, I imagine my son or someone that makes me smile or makes me laugh. I used to actually put a picture there of someone, a good friend of mine, who every time I see her, I just feel such a warm feeling. A family friend who was kind of like a second mother to me. I put her up there. Anyway, sometimes you can trick yourself, put a picture, imagine someone's there. Anyway, the little green dot, in my case on a Mac, the little green dot is your best friend. Speak to it as if it was a human being. You will get better with practice. It is unnatural, but you can learn how to feel natural speaking to nobody, which is what I'm doing right now. Even though you're watching this video, I hope you feel that I'm speaking to you. That's my intention. That takes time and effort to make you feel that way. I hope you feel that way. That's my goal. Breathing. Breathing too much or breathing too little. I don't want to hear you breathing. You know, I don't literally mean like, you know, we don't want to hear you sigh. And also, we don't want to feel like you're nervous and out of breath. Facial expressions. You can see my earlier videos, I looked very uncomfortable, I think, in my earlier videos. I've tried, as I've gotten more comfortable with recording these videos, I try to smile as much as I can. You should too. Background. I pay some attention to how I set up my shot. I've got my Stanford diploma above my head. I don't know if that shows... Admissions consulting, there's no license. If I was a lawyer, you'd see my certificate of the bar. It's like going to a doctor's office. Something behind me, and then next to it is a drawing by my son, because it's fun. I've got other stuff behind me that sort of makes me happy. Just out of the shot, there's a pile of t-shirts. On the other side, there's, it's actually, a bedroom over there. You can't see that. So right now, I hope this looks relatively good and professional. You might want to record your video in front with a back wall behind you. Never record your video in front of a window. My window is there, so light is coming in, although the sun is just set, so you could probably see the light went down a bit on my face. You don't want your video to be backlit, meaning that if the brightest light is literally behind your head, your face will look dark. Finally, camera placement. Mac makes this pretty easy. You wouldn't want the camera to be there. You wouldn't also want the camera to be, here. You don't want to be looking up my nose. So set the camera again so there's a little bit of space above your head. So that's a pretty messy and long video. It was the third one I made in a series. I apologize. It's far from perfect, but I just wanted to get this out as soon as I could because there are some deadlines coming up that involve video essays. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to my YouTube channel to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
We on a war tour with my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. Chinatown, Spokane, London, Tokyo.